Here goes.
From your secret friend. Who? Haven't a clue. Let's play a game. Just me and you.
Riddler.
Any of this mean anything to you?
Yes.
You're becoming quite a celebrity. Why is he writing to you? If you are justice, please do not lie. What is the price for your blind eye?
The hell are you supposed to be?
I'm vengeance.
This guy's crazy.
You're part of this too. How am I part of it? You'll see.
Yeah. That's so cool. I want to watch it again. Hey everyone, just adding this to the end to add some more thoughts on the trailer because I didn't really expand. So Riddler as a villain, that's really cool. He looks very different. I don't know what's up with his costume. I think he's got his glasses. At first I thought it was the Court of Owls. When he starts speaking in riddles and you see his green card and yeah, you know it's him. Especially with the symbols for Batman to decipher, so that'll be cool. Part of the mystery and detective aspect of the story. The Batcave, we get to see the Batcave and it looks like, my first thought was Wayne Manor, but just very old and broken down. But then you see like lampposts near the staircases, so then I thought an old train station. But yeah, a very different Batcave to what we've seen before. It looks a lot like Ben Affleck's Batcave, but a lot more old and broken down and not as refined, like he's still working it all out. And obviously he will be, because I get a lot of Batman Begins vibes from this, and it makes sense because if Batman Begins is a year 1 story, then this one feels more like a year 2 story. And the Batman costume, we get to see it in person and it looks really cool. I had my doubts at first. I mean, the screen test footage looked good, although I wasn't really sold on the cowl. And then when we got to see the on-set pictures of the stunt double, like, I was really sold then, but Robert Pattinson wasn't in the suit himself, so it was hard to tell if he'd actually suited the cowl. But now that we've seen it in action, I'm 100% sold. It looks really cool. We get to see Bruce Wayne himself as well, and he's very different to what we've seen before. He doesn't seem as handsome and as clean cut as previous Bruce Waynes we've seen. He's got longer hair and he looks a lot more gothic. Maybe it's just because he's pale. So, but yeah, a nice darker take to Bruce Wayne, I guess. Dark's going to be used a lot in this video. You get to see Catwoman, and again, another prototype version of Catwoman. You get to see her acrobatics against Batman, which is cool, and maybe they'll work with each other, work against each other, who knows. But I like that her hat has maybe got like a hair sticking out here, and that's how it makes the ears for Catwoman. So I was impressed by that. The shot where you see Batman flying up the staircase reminds me a lot of Batman Begins, but I think if Batman Begins he's flying down it, I think you get to see him like shot in the chest as well. But you just get to see how bulletproof his costume is, which is cool. I love the scene where he's confronted by those thugs and Batman he's like, bring it on, and then just beats that guy up. And they all look really terrified of him. I'm not sure who the thugs are, because the makeup's Joker-esque, but then one of them's got like half makeup on his face and it reminds me of Two-Face. I was thinking Anarchy, but I'm not sure if it's Anarchy. I'm not too familiar with those villains or that villain. And we also get to see that Batman doesn't kill people. I mean, he probably beat up that guy really bad earlier, but we don't actually see him blow up anyone. Doesn't use any guns, which is a really good start. We get to hear his voice as well. Obviously a big part of Batman. I did think it was a bit too, well, not as deep as I would have wanted it to have been when he said "I am vengeance." But I mean, maybe it's a nice change again that we're not hearing voice modulator. We get to hear Robert Pattinson using his own voice. But yeah, would have liked for it to have been a bit deeper. But yeah, pretty cool. And speaking of voices, we get to hear Alfred's voice, Andy Serkis, but we don't actually get to see him, which was a bit disappointing. Yeah, overall, just really excited about this. Oh, the Batmobile, not even mentioned the Batmobile. Not too keen on the design. I like the more tanky, armoury style. I really liked Batflex's Batmobile. I feel like that's one of the best designs we've had so far. I like the Tumbler as well, but I like a more sleek version of the Batmobile. But I mean, this one still looks quite cool. I like how the engine looks on the back. It's not too sold on the front, but I mean, it's just a car. I mean, it's not just a car, but yeah, it'll do. As long as the film's good, I don't really care. So, but yeah, really excited for this. Love that we're gonna get the Riddler as a villain. There's gonna be a lot of mystery and detective solving involved in the film. So yeah, excited. That's all my thoughts. So yeah, I'll see you in the next video, I guess. Bye.